tried this QL stretch for your tight low back, but it just doesn't seem to do anything? Not surprised. Many times this muscle will become tight to overcompensate for weakness or poor control. So instead of stretching with no results in sight, here are 3 ways to improve strength and control of your QL to get rid of that tight low back. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott, and we have helped thousands with back pain and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to teach you how to finally resolve this tight low back muscle. So first, let's get a little bit of education on the QL. Now first, what is the QL? QL stands for Quadratus Lumborum, which is actually a muscle of the posterior abdominal wall. Many people believe that it is a back muscle because it does move and is involved with many back exercises, but it's technically a muscle of the abdomen. This muscle attaches to the top of your iliac crest, which is a part of your pelvis. It attaches to 4 of your lumbar vertebrae, L1 through L4, and attaches to the 12th rib. This muscle is responsible for lateral flexion of the spine and extension, but also resisting lateral flexion of the spine. This muscle is important for stabilization of the vertebral column and of the rib during spinal motions. The reason this muscle gets really tight on you is because many times you are neglecting this muscle. You are just stretching it, not strengthening it, and there's not a lot of exercises that directly target this particular muscle, and it will guard to protect you. If it knows that it is weak and it wants to stabilize you, your nervous system will cause this muscle to become tight or feel tight to protect you from going further into a motion than you should otherwise, to ultimately protect you. So I'm going to teach you how to properly strengthen and stabilize this muscle so that that tension will release because your body has regained its confidence. For the first exercise, we're going to lean onto a bench or a table, kind of in a side plank position. Whichever QL you wish to target is going to be on the side that is facing down. Lift both legs up so that you're holding a side plank position while leaning on this bench, and you're going to allow your hips to dip down towards the floor, which will stretch that QL, and then pull your hips right back up, which will then contract the QL. This is combining both an eccentric contraction, which is a lengthening contraction, a stretch of the muscle with contraction, then also turning into a concentric contraction, simply contracting the muscle as the angle is closing. So it has a stretching component and a strengthening component to it at the exact same time, which is going to provide much greater benefit than typical other stretches. As you perform this, really feel the stretch on the way down, but keep core tension as you do this. And then once again, on the way up, just squeeze that muscle and get a solid contraction out of it. Now, if this particular exercise is difficult for you, you can stand up and just lean against a wall or any higher surface so that there is not as much weight on your body and therefore reduces the difficulty. If you have a sensitive low back, I would definitely advise starting with a higher up version. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. Exercise number 2 is our suitcase carry. This is going to be an isometric contraction of the QL, which will be a different stimulus in a different position. You're going to grab a weight. In one hand, you can use a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a barbell, a suitcase, a backpack, any type of weight that you want to use. You're going to hold it in one arm and you're going to walk steadily back and forth while maintaining an upright posture as to resist lateral flexion. Because remember, the QL performs lateral flexion, but it also resists lateral flexion. This is a different way to strengthen and stimulate the QL. So as you walk, it is important to not allow yourself to lean down. That weight that you're holding in that arm, you want it to be heavy. It's going to want to pull you down sideways. But your number one mission is to remain as tall as possible and not allow it to pull you over while walking consistently, bracing your core, and performing this for as long as you can. I like to do 3 sets of 30 seconds each side, carrying the heaviest weight I possibly can. Quick reminder. Like the video. And for the third and final exercise, this one focuses more on the control component, gaining awareness of your pelvis and of your QL so you can better control this region while also strengthening it. For this one, you need no equipment. You can just lay down on your stomach. You can lay on any surface you like. And all you're going to do is alternate hiking one hip up at a time. So keeping your torso completely still, you're going to raise your right hip and then raise your left hip. It's almost like your feet will be alternating lengths as to which one is longer. You're hip hiking repetitively. This is going to teach you how to control your lumbar spine, how to control your pelvis. It is isolating that QL muscle on both sides, obviously contracting it each time as you do so, and building that awareness and mechanical control of this region. We know through tons of lower back pain data that the better proprioception we have of regions, meaning the better awareness and control you have of regions, patients, the less pain you feel because your nervous system is not as threatened. If you have no awareness of how to move a joint or where it is in space, then your nervous system upregulates that region and therefore is more sensitive to pain. If you have better control and more awareness of a region, it will reduce that sensitivity and you will feel less pain. So this exercise helps you achieve just that while also strengthening at the same time. Now, although we just discussed 3 awesome strengthening exercises for your QL that will attack it from all different angles, there's still one thing that could be missing that could be the actual reason for your QL tightness. We deal with low back, disc, and sciatica issues every single day, and a really common symptom individuals have with sciatica or disc issues is QL tightness. And it's not because their QL is weak, it's because the low back itself, the disc, the nerve, or the tissues are referring over to the QL. It can refer to this muscle because any muscle that lies in the path of the referral zone will feel tight. So even though these are awesome strengthening movements for someone who does have a tight QL because of weakness, if you do not have a weak QL, these might not help your situation. And you might need a different set of movements that focuses on your nerves in your lower back or the disc in your lower back, or a different approach. And we see this type of compensation and referral all the time. So we talk to some strong guys and we're like, hey, stop doing the QL strengthening stuff. You're wasting your time. You're a strong dude. It's over here. The solution is simple. So I don't want you missing the correct route to go. So if you try these awesome exercises, but you're still dealing with that low back tightness, then you need a different approach. And I've got something for you. Just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509 to get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues using our centralization process. I will help you formulate the right approach so you can finally get this pain over with and return to the life that you deserve. So do it right now so you don't miss this opportunity. Please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, join my Facebook group, RehabFix Low Back Program, for more free content, resources, and guides. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you at the next one.